Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to my live stream. Yay! Good evening everyone. It's Tuesday once again, and we have our live stream. We have a 1 hour live stream every Tuesday. We start off with maths, followed by science, and then we have our games after. So for tonight, our games will be the 24 card game, and we will be doing a 24 card game after our science. So for our maths tonight, we will be talking about estimate and measure. This is a primary or elementary maths. And as well as for science, we will be talking about pollution and diseases, or diseases caused by pollution, which is also a primary science topic. Okay, I hope that I'm able to be heard. Alright, so we start off with our estimate and measure in a bit. Let's just wait for a few minutes before we... Good evening. Okay, so we start off with maths, which is on estimate and measure. So when we talked about estimate and measure, that means that we will be trying to identify what measurement could be used to measure a certain, or what unit can we use to measure a certain object, and as well as we will try to estimate as well what could be the possible measure of a certain object. So first off, we will try the following, just to do a recap on how do we estimate. This would help you further your skills in estimation. That means that you will be able to know what are the values on each missing space or missing box, and then estimation will be very easy for all of you, or measurement will be easy for all of you. Okay, so we have here, fill in the missing numbers on these number lines. So if you have the following, for let's say for letter A, you have here 2 followed by 4, and then a box, an empty, a space, and then a space, and then 10. So you would know that it's actually by 2s or by 4. So you would check 2 to 4, that's actually 2 measures. So 2 to 4, there's a 2 number there that is being added. So 2 plus 2 becomes 4. So 4 plus 2 will be 6, plus 2 will be 8, and then 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 will be 12. Okay, so that is your estimate. Now for letter B, the first thing that you have to see is what is the value being added to 25 to get 50. So 25 to get 50, you actually added 25. So plus 25, that means this will be 75, and then plus 25 is 100, plus 25 will be 125, and then plus 25 will be 150. Okay, so that will be your missing number. Now for letter C, you would notice that this is 10, and then there's 2 boxes in between, and it is 40. So what number can you add to 10 so that when you divide it by 2 parts, it would actually give you the 2 different numbers here, or sorry, yeah, 2 parts, because it's 44 parts. So 40 here and 10, and there's 2 missing. That means there was an added 10 for each number. So 10 plus 10 will be 20, plus 10 will be 30, plus 10 will be 40, plus 10 will be 50, plus 10 will be 60. So that means that the missing number you have is actually by tens. Okay, I mean the missing number on the number line is an addance of 10. And then for the last one, you have to be careful on the scale on your number line. If you would notice, there is a scale between 100 and the first box. So there is a 1 scale there. Hi Maha Blanca. And then another scale, and then 200, another scale, and then another scale before it becomes 300. So first thing that you have to do is first identify that's 100, 200, and 300. The scale in between 100 and 200, there's 1, 2, 3, right? So, and then before it goes to 200, and that is a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 200 divided by 4 is actually 50. So that means each scale is by 50s. So 100, 150, oh sorry, 25. 200 divided by 4, you will have your 25. So 100 to 200, okay, so you will have 100, and then 125, 150, 175, and then 200. Okay, so that means that the missing value in the middle is 150. Okay, so if you will have, no, sorry, I said 200 divided by 4, 100 divided by 4 is 25. So that means that the scale per scale is a 25 measure. Okay, so the same thing, this is 200 here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 becomes 300. So the 100 there divided by 4 scales will be 25. So each scale will be 25. So 200, the next number will be 225. This is 250, then you have 275 before it becomes 300. Okay, so that is how you identify the missing number on a number line. First is you have to determine whether the scales are being spread out in terms of by 5s, by 10s. They have to be equally placed in different, spread out from 2 different units, number like 100 and 200. And then the scale in between, you divide the difference. So 200 and 100, the difference is 100. So since there are 4 scales in the middle, so 100 divided by 4, that means each scale is 25. Okay, so why do we start off with this number line before we do estimating and measure? That is because in estimating and measure, you will have a scale on your measuring instrument. Okay, so even if it's a ruler, even if it is a measuring cup, or even if it is your beaker or anything for that matter, there is always this scale in between values. Or even your weighing scale, if you have the old weighing scale, there are scales in between. So how do we do that? Simple. If you have again 100, and then you have 200, and if there's 1, 2, hi, what's up Korea? So 1, 2, 3, 4 before you reach 200, and then the distance between 100 and 200, or the difference, is actually 100, right? So you divide 100 by 4 parts because the whole scale there is 100. So that means that each scale, or each of this, hi March Salon, that means each scale is actually at 25, 25, 25. All right, so let's proceed. So if you are asked, so this is where your understanding on number lines come in. If you are asked to find the measure, so what will be the measurement, and write the number and the units. So the first thing that you have to do is identify what is the measurement. Hi Shacha. Oh, Shacha. Hi Sacha. So first thing that you have to do is identify what are the measurements given to you. So you have an 80. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong. So you have an 80, right? Let me just erase that because you won't see the scaling if I'll put a circle. So you have an 80 here, and there is an 85. So 80 to 85, that means that's a 5 units, okay? 80 to 85, so 85 minus 80, that's 5 units in between. So let's try to check whether there are 5 units in between 80 to 85, all right? So you have 1. So I'm counting on the bigger scale. You have 1, that's 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So it is indeed by 5 units in between. So that means this one will be 81. Okay, this will be 81, this will be 82, this will be 83, this will be 84, this will be 85. Therefore, the missing, or the arrow that is being mentioned here, this arrow here that is being asked, what is the measure? The measure would be 83. And then you look at what is the unit given. It's in cm, so 83 cm. Okay. And then the next one, the same thing, what we did with the previous number. First is you have to identify what is the number given. That is a 1 here. Let me just change the color. That's a 1, and then that's a 2. And there is a value in the middlemost. Okay, so first is you have to identify how many scales are there, how many lines are there in between 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, by the way, 2 minus 1, that means that the difference here is 1. So if you would count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10. From 1 to 2, there are 10 lines. Therefore, 1 divided by 10 will be 0.1. That means each line here represents a 0.1. Now, if you would notice, the arrow here is before 1. It's before 1, and it's the first line right after 1. Therefore, our measurement for I would be 0.9 cm. Okay, now the next one, this II here, this II is after 3. So that will be 3 point, and you count how many from 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer will be 3.6 cm. Alright, so that is your value. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So when we talked about measurement, we go back to the metric system. I could remember we did an online tutorial as well, or a live stream on metric system. Okay, hope you remember that. You know, the deca, kilo, milli, centi, and so on. Okay, I hope you still remember the acronym for that. Now, what we will focus here today would be not the different prefixes for the metric system, but what are the measure or the units that we use to measure, such as volume. So what do we use to measure volume? We have liters, right? And if it's a mass, we can have grams or kilograms. Volume, you could also have milliliter. Then this is the time that you use your prefixes. Milliliter, centiliters. Okay, mass, you have kilogram, milligram, centigram, and so on. Length will be meters, kilometers, centimeters, millimeters. Okay, for volume, an example for your instrument to be used to measure volume, you have your graduated cylinder. If you're doing science, you're familiar with graduated cylinder. You could also have, let's say, a beaker or a glass. Okay, so a glass or a cup. So those can measure, actually, measuring cup. Those can measure your volume. Now for mass, you have your triple beam, balance. You could also have your weighing scale. That's for mass as well. So that will be used to measure mass. And of course, your length, you can have your metric system. Metric system, meter stick. Okay. Alright, so let's move on. So if you are asked to estimate or identify what could be used to measure the height of a 2-story building. What do you think will you use to measure the height of a two-story building? Anyone? Anyone can identify it? Yes, you can answer. So what would you use to measure the height of a two-story building? Will you use a millimeter? Will you use a meter? Will you use a centimeter? Will you use a kilogram? Now, for you to be able to measure the height, so height is in length, okay? So height is in length. Therefore, it's either you use millimeter, meter, or centimeter to measure, correct? So these are... Hi, Embry. Yes, that is right. Okay, correct. So you have two measures for length here. You have millimeter, meter, and centimeter. But for the three different measurements, the one that you can use to measure height is meters. Why cannot you use millimeter? Of course, it will take probably 2 days or the whole day to measure if you have a millimeter measurement, right? And it's not logical. It's not logical to measure a building by millimeter or centimeter. So you use the measurement in meters. The next one, what would you use to find the length of a pencil? Of course, you won't use kilograms because you are asked for the length. So that means this is in the measurement of length. So length of a building, will you use, length of a pencil, will you use millimeter, will you use meter, will you use centimeter? What do you think would be the logical measurement or measure to use to measure the length of a pencil? Anyone can give me an answer? A bit of an interaction. So what will you use so that you can measure length of a pencil? Yes, that is correct, Ambery. You are indeed good in maths. That's right, Ambery. You use centimeter. Yes, that's right, Mahablanca. And the last one, what would you use to find the capacity of liquid in a full milk cartoon? Okay, this is liquid, only the milk, full cream milk cartoon. Will you use meter and centimeter? Of course, you would not use meter and centimeter because this is in the unit 4 lengths. So you have the possibility of using ml or liters. But if it is just a full milk cartoon, it's just a cartoon, which would be a better choice? Should it be an ml or a L? Yes, that is correct. Yeah, ml. It's only the cartoon. So the capacity of one full milk cartoon is around 1 liter. Yes, you can also use liters, but the most common one that we use is ml because we have small cartoons as well. Okay, good job. All right, let's continue. What would you use to measure your thumb? What would you use to measure your thumb? Would you use millimeter? Of course, you will not use kilogram. That's out of the choices. So it's either millimeter, meter, and centimeter. What would you use to measure your thumb? Thumbs up. Would you use meter to measure your thumb? When you try to estimate the measurement or the length of your thumb, would you say it's around 0.002 meters or high text cracks? Yes, you can use centimeters. Yes, that is right. Well done, text cracks. Yes, so you can use centimeter to measure your thumb. Okay? How about the width of a car? That means kilogram is out of the measure because you are asked for the width. So first thing that you have to do when you are into these types of question, you first identify what is being asked. What is being asked? It's the width. So should you use kilogram to measure width? No. Kilogram is used to measure the mass. So you don't use kilogram to measure the width. So will it be millimeter, meter, or centimeter? Which is the most proper estimate? Anyone can answer? I'm sorry, Ambery, but sorry. Yes, text cracks. That's correct. You use meters to measure your width of your car. Okay, when we say estimate of measurement, you have to be logical in terms of estimating. It has to be logical in terms of what you have to use. Okay, so yes, you can still measure the width of a car by centimeter. Yes, you can still measure the width of a car by millimeter because all of these are measurements of lengths. However, logically, you cannot you will have a difficulty to measure it by millimeter or centimeter, probably using the small ruler, right? So but if you use your meter stick or your measuring tape, it's easier to measure the width of a car by meters. Okay, what would you use to find the mass of a zebra? Of course, liters is out of the options because liters is used to measure volume, and since you are asked for the mass, so what should you use to measure the mass? Yes, that is right, Maha Blanca. You measure it by kilogram. Hi, Vifi. Good evening, Vifi. As I have mentioned a while ago, ML is a part as well. As I have mentioned a while ago, yes, you can measure the mass because both is kilogram and gram. However, logically, kilogram is the closest estimate or the better option to use to measure the mass of a zebra. Alright, so let's continue. Let's try the following. Which unit, okay, this time you're not given the option, but you tell me which unit would you use to measure, first question is length of your eyelash. Which unit would you use to measure your length of an eyelash? Would you use a meter stick to measure the length of your eyelashes? Or would you use a weighing scale to measure the length of your eyelashes? So what unit or grams or meter, centimeter? Yes, that is correct. That is correct, text crack. So that is correct. You use millimeter to measure the length of your eyelashes. How about the width of your classroom? What do you think would you use to measure the width of your classroom? The eyelashes is too small for a centimeter, so you use a millimeter. How about the width of your classroom or the width of your room? Yes, March. Yes, Shacha. That's correct. You use meters to measure the width of your classroom. How about a dose of medicine? When you take in medicine, do you measure it by liters? What would the doctor give you as a measurement if you wanted to take medicine? A dose of your medicine. What measurement do you use? Yes, Sacha, that's correct. We use ml. Alright, and then the last one, the mass of a person. How do you measure yourself? Measuring your weight. What does your weighing scale tell you about your measurement? Yes, wow, we have a very good group of students tonight. Well done, well done, well done. All right, so let's proceed. That's correct. We use kilogram. Well done, text cracks. Okay, so going to, this is the last part of maths tonight, estimating. So how do you read? Sorry, that's not a scare. It's a scale. Reading scale and measurements. I'm not scaring all of you. Reading scale and measurements. So if you are asked, once again, if you are asked to read scales, the first thing that you have to do is first identify how many lines are there in between and what is the measurement from one line to another, so that you would know. Or otherwise, you count the number of lines in between and you would tell me what would, and then you divide it by the difference. Okay, so for example, for letter A, sorry, not number one, letter A, you have 1000. So if you would notice here, it's by 100, right? So it's by 100. You have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So what is the missing measure? What is the measurement shown on that arrow here? So that each line is by 100. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So what is missing? Yes, text cracks, correct. 600 ml. Okay, please do not forget the units. How about letter B? So first thing that again you have to do is, there are three questions on letter B. Now the distance from one is 10 and then 20. That means that first you have to count how many lines are there between 10 and 20. So the distance is 10. Okay, that's the difference. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means that 10 divided by 10 is by 1. Yes, Maha Blanca, that is 25 mm. Yes, 25 mm. That is right. Okay. And then you have letter II. How about this one? That is correct. 25 mm. How about the next one? That is two lines after 10. 2 lines after 10. Two lines after 10. So that will be what? What will be the measure? Yes, this not. Sukuna this not. That is correct. You have 12 millimeters. How about the last one? Yes, Maha Blanca, that is correct. Wow, we have a lot of excellent student tonight. How about the last one? From 30, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's on the 7. Otherwise, I'll be giving you the answer. Sukuna this not. Good evening. Text crack. Well done. IVVVY. Yes, that is correct, Maha Blanca. It's 37 millimeter. Well done. Okay. Now, if you have a weighing scale, you have a weighing scale on your question C, letter C. Now, what would be, first, what would you do? The first thing that you have to do is divide the whole thing by the number of lines in the middle. So this is 100, this is 200, 300, 400, 500. First, you have to divide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 lines in the middle. So 100 divided by 4, that means each line in the middle is by 25. Okay? So again, 300 to 400, the difference is 100. And since there are 4 lines in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, therefore 100 divided by 4, each line is by 25 measure. So what would be the measure of letter I? 250. That is correct, Maha Blanca. That is right. That is right. 250 grams. I hope I'm not writing on my face. Let me just check. Yes, I'm not writing on my face. And then the next one is, what's the next one? 250 grams. Yes, that's correct. How about the next one? This is 250. How about this one? It will be, it's right after 100. Yes, Kuna Diznat, that's correct. 125 grams. How about the last one? It is right before. Yes, Mahablanca, that is correct. It's 125. How about the last one? It's right after before 500. So the measurement of the last one, come on, one more. The measurement would be, I'll just give it, I think everyone is still thinking or lagging. It's 475 grams. Okay, this is, yes, that is 475 grams. That is correct, Mahablanca. Well done, well done. Okay, this will be the last. Yes, Sukuna, these knots, that's correct. Okay, this will be the last reading, sorry. That's a reading scale, not a scare. Reading scale and measurements. Okay, so 240 to 250, the difference from 240 to 250 is by 10, right? So from 240 to 250 is 10. So then you divide 10 by the number of lines in the middle, or the scale. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 lines in the middle, and the gap between 240 to 250 is 10. Therefore, each line represents 1. So what will be the measure of I? 245, that is correct. 245 centimeter. How about II? How about I? I think Mahablanca is the only one answering all the questions. Well done, Wow, text correct. Correct. 249. Yes, that's right. Last one, I. What will be the measure of I? 2. Yes, that's correct, Mahablanca. And then the last one, you will have 240. That's 1, and then followed by 2. So 242 centimeter. I just answered it for you. Alright? And of course, if there are negatives, it will be exactly the same. So yes, that's correct, Mahablanca. It will be exactly the same. If there are negatives, you don't mind the negatives. Just find out what's the difference between one whole unit to the next. So this is by 5, right? 5 to by 5. So that means you have to count the number of lines in the middle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's also 5. That means each line is actually 1. Okay, because 5 divided by 5 lines is 1. So each line represents 1 unit. Yes, wow. Someone is, that's correct. That is 8 degrees Celsius. How about the second one? The last one. The last one would be Sangwush ashes. Sangwush ashes, you are right. It's -6 degrees Celsius. Well done, well done, well done. Yes, so we have finished maths. So we have learned, hi Panini, No problem, Punini. So we have learned in maths estimating and measures. So I hope that it was clear and easy for all of you. I hope that it's clear and easy for you that, again, if you wanted to estimate or find the measure in a measuring in your units, you have to divide it and then by the number of lines in the middle so that you would know what would be each and every line. Okay, what will be the unit for each and every line? Any question with maths before we proceed with science? Before we proceed with our science. Alright, so if there's no question, I hope that it was easy and clear for our primary students, for our elementary students. I hope that it was easy and clear and you have learned something easy tonight. Okay, so we proceed with another primary topic, which is diseases caused by pollution. And this is a very timely topic because we are going through this COVID-19 pandemic right now. And yes, it's not caused by pollution. However, it's still a disease. Okay, it might be. Alright, okay, so when we talked about diseases caused by pollution, let's first define what is pollution. Pollution means is when a harmful substance contaminates the environment. Alright, so when a harmful substance contaminates the environment, it is called a pollution. So if you have the undesirable change, physical change, chemical change, biological change, whatever it is, undesirable change in the characteristics of the physical, chemical, and biological component of the environment that can cause harm to life or property, then that is what we call pollution. Okay, we have several types of pollution. We have air, water, marine, thermal, soil, noise, nuclear. Those are pollutions. However, tonight we will only cover water, air, and land. Okay, so the different diseases caused by water pollution, air pollution, and land pollution. So first thing is we have to talk about air pollution. So when we say air, the very supply that we need from our air is actually oxygen. This is the essential for our bodies to live, right? Oxygen. So we all know that air is a mixture of carbon dioxide and inert gases and other gases. We have your water vapor. So anything that disrupts the natural component of your air becomes a pollution. So what are these other things that can disrupt or other conditions that certainly would cause pollution or affect our environment? We have our you have your nitrous oxide, you have your sulfurous oxides, okay? So like dust, smoke, fumes, and other radioactive substances that can be added into our air. So it has really a big effect to human health. So when we talked about effects and diseases, the most common diseases caused by air pollution is, of course, the one that takes in air in our body, breathe in and breathe out, okay, is our respiratory system. So our respiratory system or lung diseases are the common diseases of our air pollution. So what could this be? It could be an asthma attack. Okay, it could be any chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So those can be the diseases that will have the effects from your air pollution. You can also have reduced lung function, right? Because you have your bronchial or bronchitis or pneumonia. So those are, or pneumonia. So those are like TB or anything that is from your respiratory or lung disease. So pulmonary cancer is also caused by a series of carcinogenic chemicals that through inhalation, that you get from inhalation. Okay, so headaches, dizziness, respiratory symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, pneumonia, bronchitis, as I've mentioned. These are the common diseases from your caused by air pollution. Okay, so there are several causes as well, which can lead as well to a premature cause of death, okay, because of these. All right, so moving on to the next one, which is your water pollution. So when we say water pollution, that is the contamination of water with the undesirable substances, which makes it unfit for usage, for any usage. Could be drinking water, it could be cleaning your clothes or whatsoever. As long as it's contaminated by some other substances, then it becomes a water pollution. So we have several pollution sources. We can have a point source. When we say point source, it's directly discharged to your water. Or you can have a non-point source, meaning it has been diffused on a broader scale or broader area. Diffusing, like for example, you put in fertilizer to your plants, and then your soil sipped your fertilizer, and then this insecticide, pesticides, whatever it is, being sipped by the soil goes through the water stream and so on and so forth. Then that is your non-point. Okay, so one example of water pollution, you can have your fluoride poisoning, arsenic poisoning, all those poisoning things that the factories or the mining areas actually discharge their contaminated or discharge their byproducts. So those are poisoning. Okay, so fluoride poisoning, you will have your fluoride, excessive fluoride. Okay, so why is it not good as well? Because fluoride has been reported that it can actually cause depression in DNA and RNA synthesis in our cell. So it's not good as well. So this could include cancer. This can include arteriosclerosis. Hi, purplicious cow. Hi, purplicious cow. Good evening. Okay, so those are poisoning as well. And we also have your arsenic poisoning. I think you are very familiar with arsenic poisoning, right? So, hi Pico. So, if your arsenic contamination of your drinking water, it can cause disease like arsenicosis, for like arsenic contamination in bigger mass can actually put someone into a cause of death. Okay, so those are there's actually a lot. It could also deplete your dissolved oxygen. So when the effect of water pollution, it depletes your oxygen, and so you will have the pathogenic spread. The pathogens that are there will have a spreading of your disease. That's why you will have your blue baby syndrome or Minamata disease or itai. Your blue baby syndrome, blue baby, the word blue, that means that it is caused by the decrease of the ability of the blood to carry oxygen. That's why it's called blueberry syndrome. Blue baby syndrome. Okay, it results to your oxygen in your body, deficiency of oxygen in your body. All right, that's why it's called blue baby. The cause here is that the disease can be caused by the intake of water and the vegetables which are high in nitrate. And of course, Minamata disease. Minamata disease is came from Japan. This is a mercury acetaldehyde that has been discharged into the bay. Okay, and it causes, when it is being ingested by organisms or fish and so on, and then you eat it, so you will have a very high concentration of mercury. That is what we call the Minamata disease, intoxication of mercury. All right, and of course, itai. Itai is a Japanese word Itay itay means ouch ouch sickness. Ouch ouch. Itay itay. I hope I pronounce it properly. Itay itay is ouch ouch sickness. This is cadmium. Cadmium poisoning, which caused the softening of our bones and kidney failure. So this disease is named from the severe pain. Okay, so once you release cadmium into the river from mining companies, your organisms, wow, yay, that's good, Pico. Yeah, so I hope I pronounce it correctly. Itay itay. Ouch ouch. Yes, so the cadmium was released into rivers by mining companies. So mostly water pollution is caused by the release of different harmful substances, okay, which contaminates the river, and then this contaminated water is used to irrigate field, or this goes to the bay where your fishes would take in, and high kine would take in this different substances like mercury, cadmium, and so on, and people ingest them. Then we will have this kind of disease. I'm lost with all your all right. Okay, so the last pollution that we will be talking tonight is what we call the land pollution or soil pollution. So soil pollution, as we all know, is caused by soil. It is caused by soil. So why is it that soil pollution also can have these different effects and diseases? Of course, our earth is made up of soil. The upper layer of our earth is your crust, which contains all your organic matters, fertilizers, and unfortunately we dump garbages on our soil, which cause our soil to be polluted. Okay, like rubbish, like glass, whatever you throw, glass, plastic, metallic cans, papers, cloth range, containers that are contaminated, discharged substances from industrial waste. So since this is being contaminated with garbage, or we have a very polluted soil, then you will have your flies, your mosquitoes, and other things, and even your your ashes from your thermal power plant, right? And all these things, your fertilizer that you put onto your soil, this actually is your soil pollution. So there are actually a lot of diseases which are caused by our soil. Example, you will have your cancer diseases caused by soil, high dioxin, brain and nerve damage caused by soil pollution, kidney and liver disease, malaria is because of the very polluted soil caused by soil pollution as well. And of course your viruses like your Ebola virus in Congo, Nipah virus, hantavirus, and West Nile virus in the US. Okay, so these are the causes of soil. So anything that contaminates our soil, it would also go to the land. You're the same person, Purplicious. Okay, Purplicious is asking. Alright, so that is our soil pollution, the effects and the diseases. So let us keep our environment clean. Let us ensure that we dispose our garbage properly so that we will not have any of this. Because if it is very dirty or garbages are just everywhere, then it would basically affect our health. Okay, so if you know someone that is working in a farm or any places where they are always in contact with this garbage or fertilizers or anything, then you have to inform them to have good gear on, complete gear, cover and everything. All right, so that ends our science for tonight. I hope that you were able to learn something as well. That all pollution basically causes diseases as well. So you have our air, our land, our water. We also have radioactive substances or nuclear pollution and so on. But we will only tackle 3 tonight. Yay! Hi, Sidira. Purplicious cow. No problem, Sidira. You are just on time for the question and answer. Yes, it's been a while. So in maths, for those who just came in maths, we discuss about estimate and measurement. How do we estimate and how do we read measurements? And then for science, we learned about air. Oh no! I hope you're okay, Sidira. My family as well back home, some of them are positive as well with COVID. Let's continue to pray and let's continue to boost our immune system, especially this time. Yeah, I have a few family members as well back home that were positive with COVID as well. So let's keep safe, everyone. Hope you're feeling better, Sidira. Alright, so if there are no questions, then we are ready to play our game for tonight. And most of you are very familiar with this game. It's called the 24 card game. Okay, and no problem, Pico. Alright. Oh, that's great, Sidira. That's good to hear that you are good. Sukhdeep saying, I do not know how to make 1 equals to 2. You subtract 1 from the other side and it becomes 1 equals 1. Alright, so I hope that I hope add 1. Okay. Alright, so let's proceed with our game for tonight. Okay, Sukhdeep Singh is sharing. Let me just show it. Okay, I'm sharing your idea, Sukhdeep. Okay, so let's proceed with our game for tonight because I do not want to take most of your time. So the 24 card game, again, we only use the operation plus, minus, multiply, and divide. Okay, 4 operations, but you can only use. So I will be showing you 4 cards, 4 playing cards, and you can only use each card once. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just to note to everyone, ace for the card is 1, jack for the card is 11, queen for the card is 12, and king for the card is 13. So those are its equivalent numbers. So again, you can only use the card once. Alright, so you can only use the card once. And there are prizes after. I'll be giving 10. Sorry for those that are staying overseas or outside of Philippines. The prizes is only for our Philippine students, Philippine viewers. They will be getting 10 pesos worth of load for their phone. Okay, probably next time we'll try to find a way to to accommodate as well those that are coming from Malaysia, coming from India, or coming from any other places. All right. Okay, so let's start with our first card. Okay, so what you need to do is type in your answer. Thank you, Supdeep, for sharing. Yeah, it's just you reverse 1 to 2, 2 to 1. You can still answer, Pico. Don't worry. You can still answer. Not a problem. We will try to think of a way how to as well accommodate and give prizes to our other students from other parts of the world. Please type in your answer. Okay, so someone answered it. 2 times 7 is 14. Alright, 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 6, yeah, is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. Wow, well done, Dexine. Well done, Dexine. That is correct. Can I have your number, Dexine? Please do type your number, Dexine, so that I can send you your prize. Okay? Alright, so let's proceed. Please do type your number, Dexine. Let's proceed to the next question. Wow, that was so fast, Dexine. Next question. So that is our first winner is Dexine or Dexter. Dexine. For those who are not even from Philippines, just to tell me the answer. If you know the answer, then at least I saved my 10 pesos. Oh, Jack is 11. Jack is 11. Jack is 11. Okay, Pico, you only use each card once. You have to add, subtract, multiply, or divide each card. That will be the final answer is 24. That's why it's called 24 card game. So it's either you add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You only use the card once, and then the final answer is 24. Okay. Alright. Can I give this chance to Maha Blanca? Let me check if Maha Blanca's answer is correct. First, Dexine. 11 minus 5 is... What is 11 minus 5? Okay, never mind. Hi, Bowen. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 10 is 35. 35 minus 11 is 24. Well done, Bowen. Congratulations. Yes, it was. Congratulations, Bowen. However, yes, that's correct. Dexine, another answer from Dexine is 5 plus 10 equals 15. 15. Oh, you forgot to use Jack, Dexine. Well done, Bowen. Let's proceed to the next number. Yay! By the way, Queen is 12. Queen is 12. Come on, come on. Queen is 12. Let's give chance to the others to answer as well. Queen is 12. Dexine, please don't forget to send out your number. Your queen is your 12. Use each card once and your final answer, you can use any of the mathematical operation. Your final answer should be 24. Cup of milk. Cup of milk. Let's try to see. 12. Okay, 12 minus 3. Alright, is 9. 9 plus 5. Okay, is 14. 14 times 8 is quite okay. Oh, alright, understand. Cup of milk. Okay, you add 3 first and 5. Alright, okay. 3 plus 5 is 8. 12 minus 8 is 12 minus 8 is 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 times 8 is, oh, sorry, cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup of milk. Sorry, cup of milk. It's too much of 24. Okay. 5 divided by, but there's no 5. Hi Shacha, there's no 5. It's 5, 8. Okay, Bowen, let me check your answer. 3 plus 12 is 15. Okay, 3 plus 12 is 15. Oh, this is a lot of numbers. 15 times 8. Why do you have to divide it by? Okay. Then it's too complicated, Bowen. Let's just divide 15 by 5. That's 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Well done, Bowen. Once again, Bowen answered it. Congratulations, Bowen. Okay. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. I know Bowen is not from Philippines, so I won't ask her number. Okay. Yeah, you can also do that. 12 plus 3 times 8 and then divide by 5. Yes. Come on. Next number. Hi, Suryani. Yes, I think Bowen, you have to calm down. Let others answer the question. You're already a maths genius. Alright, March Salon. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Yay! Congratulations, March Salon. Yeah, you can write down your answers, Bowen, and hold on to it until no one would answer. Congratulations, March Salon. Do send me your phone number. Sorry for those who join me outside of Philippines. There are some prizes for those who can answer. For those that are coming from Philippines as well. So, Dexine and March Salon, please send your number. Thank you. Next number. We're almost done. By the way, King is 13. King is 13. King is 13. Anyone who wants to answer? You can answer King. Okay, Bowen. No one would want to answer. Okay, Bowen. You can type in your answer. Okay, Dexine, I got your number. I'll send you your load in a while. Okay, Bowen, 9. Sorry, let's just show it. Okay, Maha Blanca, 9 minus 6 is 3, and then 13 minus 5, you will have 8. 9 minus 6 is 3. Okay, and then 8 times 3 is 24. Yay! Well done! Well done, Pinini. That is also correct. 9 minus 6. Maha Blanca, okay. Maha Blanca, you have to answer the next question correctly. Alright? Well done, Bowen. Okay, Punini, you are also correct. Kindly send me your number. Okay. Maha Blanca, the next question is for you. Okay, you have to answer this correctly. Okay? Punini, you can send me your number as well. Okay. March. Okay, Marshall. All right, Maha Blanca, let's see. 13 minus 10 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Yay! Well done! Well done, Maha Blanca. That is correct, Maha Blanca. Well done, Maha Blanca. That is correct. Yay! Well done, Maha Blanca. Yikes! Alright, Dexine, hope you receive your 10 pesos load. Okay! Yeah, you will have a load to call now. Okay, yeah, just send me your number. Okay, we will have our last number for tonight. Last number. Yes, that's the last number for tonight. Maha Blanca, please send me your number. I guess I have Punini's number as well. You receive it? Alright, welcome, Dexine. Please answer the last question on the screen. Okay. Last question on the screen. Alright, Bowen. I think Maha Blanca will not contest with you anymore because she got her 10 pesos worth of load. Okay, type your answer, Bowen. Oh, someone got it. Someone got it. March Salon, 4 divided by... Wow, there's a lot of answers coming in. Okay, let's see. By the way, there's not just one answer. Actually, there's not just one answer for these 24 cards game. There's a lot of possible answer. Okay, so let's take each question. Each answer to see if it's correct. 4 divided by 4 is 1. That is correct. 13. Where did you get 13? Oh, it's the other answer. Okay, sorry March Salon. Okay, Bowen, 4 times 7. Okay, that is your 28. 28 minus 8 is 20, and 20 plus 4 is 24. Well done, Bowen. Cup of milk. Let's check if your answer is also correct. 7 times, oh, okay, no problem. 7 times 4, alright, is 28. 28 minus, oh, it's the same thing, alright. Okay, 28, so 8 minus 4 is 4. 28 minus, yeah. Well done! Yes, that is correct. 28 minus 8 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, but there's no 3. 7 plus 4. Okay, 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus 4 is 15. It's only 23. Where did you get 2? Okay. Alright. So Bowen in cup of milk is correct. There is no 2 in the given. Okay. Well done, everyone. Well done. Alright. Yay. Thank you, everyone, for being with me. Yes. Yeah, there was no 2. Sorry. No problem. Keep on trying, practice more. You can use your cards actually. Thanks everyone for being online and being with me on my live stream tonight. Do not forget, our live stream is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. to... Okay, alright. If Tokushima or Onika is online, Shacha would like to give her reward or prize to you because it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Onika, Kaini. Happy birthday, Kaini. Happy birthday. It's your birthday tomorrow. Alright, okay. Happy birthday to one of our live streamer student. I hope that you have learned something new today. We have done estimation and happy birthday, yay! We have done estimation and we have done measurement for maths. This is for primary maths, and of course tonight, happy birthday, Kaini. Yes, Kaini, Shacha would like to give you a gift of load. Okay, sorry. I'm reading all the messages on the screen. Thank you, and I hope that you have learned something new tonight, as well as the different diseases caused by pollution. This, by the way, is a primary It's a primary topic, primary maths and primary science. Next week we will have secondary maths, secondary science, or for those that are watching from Philippines, it's high school maths and high school science. Wow, the live chat is full of flowers and greetings. Happy birthday. Yes. Oh, sorry, Maha Blanca. Sorry, I'm still trying to send it. We will be sending it. Thank you. I hope you have received it. Punini, the 10 pesos load, and as well as Maha Blanca. Okay, so thank you once again, everyone, for joining, and hope to see you next week as well. It's every Tuesday 7 p.m. Our live stream is every Tuesday 7 p.m. We've got to learn maths on the first 30 minutes and science on the second 30 minutes, and the remaining time we will be doing games such as 24 card games, or sometimes we do Mobile Legend games, or Jackbox, Kahoot, or Brainzilla. And hope you have a blessed week ahead. Thanks everyone. Have a good week ahead. See you next week. As always, this is Teacher Maria signing off. Bye and have a good evening. Sorry. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. See you next week. Our live stream is good for 1 hour. Thank you. Hope you have learned something. Bye everyone. God bless. Happy birthday once again, Anika. Bye. Bye. See you next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Sasibaka, bye. Suryani, bye. Maha Blanca, bye-bye. Cup of milk, bye. Bowen, bye. Good night, everyone. Have a good evening and a good week ahead. Bye-bye. Dexine, bye-bye.